Have you ever wondered what makes NASCAR the ultimate adrenaline rush for millions of Americans? Imagine the thunder of engines roaring at full throttle, the heart-pounding sound of tires screeching against the asphalt, and the sight of brightly colored stock cars flying past at nearly 200 miles per hour. NASCAR isn't just a sport, it's an American tradition, a high-speed symphony of power, precision, and passion. For decades, it has captured the hearts of fans across the country, turning weekends into unforgettable racing spectacles. But behind the breathtaking races and photo-finish moments lies a fascinating secret: the incredible process of designing and building the machines that make this thrilling sport possible. Today we're taking you inside the world of NASCAR like never before, straight into the factory where raw metal, advanced engineering, and human craftsmanship come together to create these mighty racing beasts. Buckle up, because what you're about to see will completely change the way you look at racing. NASCAR, short for the National Association for Stock Car Auto Racing, is not just a competition, it's the heartbeat of American motorsports. Since its founding in 1948, this legendary racing series has grown from humble beginnings on the sandy shores of Daytona Beach to become a powerhouse in the world of sports entertainment. With its unique blend of speed, strategy, and showmanship, NASCAR stands out from any other motorsport. While Formula One might dominate Europe, and IndyCar has its devoted fan base, nothing compares to the raw energy and close-quarters action of stock car racing. NASCAR is where ordinary-looking cars turn into extraordinary machines, where every race is a battle of skill, endurance, and daring moves at speeds that test the limits of what's humanly and mechanically possible. The story of NASCAR begins in the late 1940s with one visionary, Bill France Sr., a mechanic and race promoter from Daytona Beach, Florida. Back then, stock car racing was a loosely organized affair, with local drivers modifying regular cars to make them faster for dirt tracks and rural roads. These informal races drew large crowds, especially in the American South, creating a strong regional fan base. But Bill France saw something bigger, a future where the sport could become organized, professional, and thrilling on a national scale. In 1948, he founded NASCAR, establishing a rulebook, official schedules, and sanctioned races to give the sport structure and legitimacy. The very first official NASCAR race was held on the iconic Beach Road course in Daytona, where drivers raced partly on asphalt and partly on sand. It was raw, exciting, and dangerous, but it was the beginning of something legendary. By 1949, NASCAR introduced its first strictly stock division, featuring factory-built cars that closely resembled those available to everyday drivers. This decision gave fans something they could relate to: cars that looked like their own, but tuned for incredible speed. This relatable appeal made NASCAR unique and helped the sport grow rapidly. Over the decades, NASCAR expanded beyond the South, adding more tracks, bigger events, and innovative rules. The 1970s and 1980s marked NASCAR's golden era, thanks to legendary drivers like Richard Petty, Dale Earnhardt, and later, Jeff Gordon. These icons didn't just win races, they built an image of NASCAR as a sport of fearless competitors and loyal fans. Television coverage brought the action into living rooms across America, while major sponsors poured millions into the sport, turning it into a high-profile, big-money spectacle. Today, NASCAR remains one of the most watched sports in the United States, with millions of fans tuning in every season. From the Daytona 500, the Super Bowl of stock car racing, to intense playoff races that determine the champion, NASCAR is packed with drama, strategy, and unforgettable moments. But what truly sets NASCAR apart is the connection between the fans and the sport. It's a culture, a community, and a tradition passed down from generation to generation. And at the center of it all are the cars, those sleek, roaring machines designed to endure blistering speeds, sharp turns, and intense competition. So, how are these engineering marvels built? The journey begins long before the green flag drops. It all starts with a blueprint, a meticulously crafted design that blends aerodynamics, safety, and raw power. Every curve, every angle of the body is calculated to slice through the air with minimal resistance while maintaining stability on the track. Engineers spend countless hours in wind tunnels, testing models to achieve the perfect balance of speed and downforce. The chassis, the backbone of the car, must be strong enough to withstand not only the enormous G-forces during sharp turns but also the potential impact of crashes. This isn't just about going fast, it's about building a machine that can survive the most demanding conditions in motorsports. Once the design is perfected, it's time to bring it to life. Skilled technicians and fabricators get to work, shaping raw steel into a precision-engineered chassis. This frame serves as the foundation, and every weld, every joint must meet strict safety standards set by NASCAR. Inside this chassis, a powerful heart beats, the engine. NASCAR engines are legendary for their brute strength, delivering over 700 horsepower to propel these cars to speeds nearing 200 miles per hour. These V8 engines aren't just assembled, they're crafted with obsessive attention to detail. Every piston, every valve is fine-tuned to extract maximum performance without compromising reliability. The engine block undergoes rigorous testing under extreme conditions, simulating the intense heat and stress of a real race. The goal is simple: an engine that roars like thunder and never quits until the checkered flag waves. But power alone isn't enough. NASCAR cars must be aerodynamic masterpieces. The body panels are carefully shaped and fitted, then tested to ensure they meet NASCAR's strict templates for fairness. These bodies aren't designed for beauty, they're designed for speed and stability. After the body is mounted on the chassis, the car undergoes a meticulous paint job. This is where teams bring their colors, logos, and sponsors to life, turning each car into a rolling billboard and a symbol of pride. Once painted, the car still isn't ready for the track. It must pass a series of inspections and safety checks, ensuring that every nut, bolt, and component meets the highest standards. One of the most fascinating aspects of NASCAR engineering is how much effort goes into balancing performance and safety. Racing at nearly 200 miles per hour is inherently dangerous, but modern NASCAR cars are equipped with advanced safety features, from reinforced roll cages to impact-absorbing materials and cutting-edge restraint systems. The famous Hans device, safer barriers around tracks, and constant innovations in helmet technology have saved countless lives. Every advancement in safety has been hard-earned, often through lessons learned from tragic accidents. Today, thanks to these measures, NASCAR drivers can walk away from crashes that would have been fatal decades ago. Once the car is fully assembled and inspected, it's time for the real test, the racetrack. Here, engineers and crew members fine-tune every detail: tire pressure, suspension settings, gear ratios, to suit the specific demands of the upcoming race. No two tracks are alike. The setup for the high banks of Daytona differs from the short-track bullrings like Bristol or the road courses like Watkins Glen. This is where strategy meets science and where championships are won or lost. What's truly incredible is how much teamwork goes into every race. While the driver is the star, hundreds of people work behind the scenes, from engineers designing the car to pit crews executing lightning-fast tire changes during races. Every second counts. A single mistake can cost a race, while a flawless pit stop can turn defeat into victory. This combination of technology, skill, and human determination is what makes NASCAR so